Hello and a very good evening to everyone. Welcome to DSC UTeM Info Session 2020. I'm Jensen and I will be the MC for today's event. Now, before we start, a little bit of housekeeping rules. First, remember to always mute your microphone unless prompted by the speaker. Second, there will be a Q&A session near the end of the event. We will try to address all of them at the end of the event. There is no such thing as stupid questions, so please don't be scared to ask, try and ask. Details on how the Q&A session will be conducted, we will be explaining it soon, so yeah. And then finally, remember to fill in the survey at the end of the event so that we can improve our upcoming events. Today's webinar is being recorded. We will share the link after the event is completed. The slides will also be shared, so you don't need to ask about you want the slides in the Q&A later on, right? Okay, this is some accessibility reminders. For those that are hearing impaired, Google Meet has a live caption feature that can be enabled while the hamburger menu that is shown inside the screen. Sorry, a little bit nervous. Okay, the important link throughout this session will also be accompanied with a QR code, and as well as we will also put it inside the Google Meet as well as in the YouTube live chat. So you can access the link either by scanning the QR code or go to the chat box and click the link. Okay, these are our event hashtags, so that you can use these hashtags to make sure that everyone knows about our event. Hashtag DSC UTeM, hashtag Google Developers, hashtag Developer Student Clubs, Info Session 20. And this will ensure that make sure that all your friends, your families, and even your goldfish knows about this event. The lead forced me to make this lame goldfish joke, by the way. Okay, anyways, let us continue to the next session. We are proud to announce that we are collaborating with UTeM TV for this session. UTeM TV is our broadcasting partner, and you can view this event live from YouTube. Do follow them on their social media accounts for the latest update from them. Now let us start with a short icebreaking session. Now you should take out your phone and then scan the QR code or go to the meeting in the chat box at the right hand side and then click the link to let us know you more. What do you think about DSC? What do you think DSC is all about? Okay, so please don't be shy. Just put it in. What do you think DSC is? What do you expect to learn from this? Scan the QR code at the top left corner, and I will wait for your results over here. Google. Okay, that's obvious. Okay. Please refrain from spamming the important things because some people might not be able to get the links that we post at the chat box there. Thanks for showing support anyways. Where we exchange knowledge and meet new friends. Good, okay, good. Okay, clear universe. Wow, what is this? Okay, okay. Free stuff from Google. Possible. Stay tuned for that. Something related to developing. Yes, correct. Okay. Cool events. All right. Platform to improve my developer skills. Also correct. Where we have chance to still gain new knowledge, although we are in pandemic situation. Yeah, correct. Okay, it's updating really. Free swags are same as free things. Okay, wow, it's starting to get hard to follow all the events, but all the new help students. We can assist you in some sort of ways, but we will. I will lead it to lead to explain it more later. All right. Okay, thank you guys for your participation in this session. Now, please, don't leave the tab yet because we will be using the website very soon. All right, so please don't leave it. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Okay, now I would like to invite our FTMK Dean, Professor Technologist Dr. Rabiah Ahmad, to give her opening speech.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tun Nan Kwong. Is it you? No.
No, that one is the lead. I'm Jensen.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
It's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Right.
Let's proceed.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. I'm seriously, to be honest with all of you, I'm seriously proud and happy to see you guys in this session. I was informed by Associate Professor Dr. Sakinah. You have involved in this club, I think, just started or quite sometimes? Is this just started,
just started.
or?
Yeah, just started. This is our first year.
Yeah, this is your first year, right? So, you know, under this, well, we are having a COVID pandemic, and I know that it is such a challenge for the students to undergo with online learning session, but you have creativity, you have effort, you have passion, innovations to come out to participate in this Developer Students Club, to establish the club for UTeM, University Technical Malaysia Malacca, and I'm very proud to see UTeM names on the website, and part of the university, one of the university in Malaysia, and also being based under Asia. So I'm seriously proud when I read it. Well, to be honest, I just read it. But you know what I feel like, seriously, I'm very proud with all of you guys, and thank you so much. So please give big applause to yourself. So, okay.
Thank you, Prof.
For your information to all students, why we have to participate with Students Club, Association, whatever persatuan, it is actually to establish our creativity, our innovation, our leadership, networking, and as well as this is actually part of the learning process in your during your learning time at the university. You know, you will not get the same experience once you complete your degree. So ladies and gentlemen, please take note on this. Participate in whatever club, but make sure it's legal, and it's actually adding information, adding knowledge, adding top up value add to your skill, to your knowledge, and networking, as well as your leadership. The most important thing is you have to have an objective when you participate in the activities. You know, create be set in your mind what is the main objective of to be active in the association, to be active in the club, or whatever activities that you have set, and then set the effective working process, the effective activities, and make sure when we talk about effective, we have to make sure that it is, firstly, it's benefit to you, to your friend, to the societies, and as well as to your what they call it, to your during your learning time at the university. So you have to make sure that please during the in your study time, in your study period, you have to make sure that win-win situation is important. Even though it's not, we don't just think about ourselves, but we have to think about others. So especially to our family, to our friends, and to the environment. The most important thing is jaga nama universiti, jaga nama baik universiti, jaga nama baik negara, jaga nama baik masyarakat Malaysia. So with that notes, I hope that you will have a fruitful session for this occasion. And thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much to the organizer. Thank you very much to PM Dr. Sakinah. And again, enjoy your session. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you, Prof.
Stay safe. Yeah. All right.
Hey, thank you, Professor, for the inspiring and motivational speech. You too, Professor. Stay safe. All right. Now, let us invite our faculty advisor of DSC UTeM, Associate Professor Dr. Sharifah Sakinah, to give her speech. Please welcome.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
We are fine, Doctor.
Yeah.
How are you, Doctor?
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I don't know, very good afternoon maybe to all of you. So happy to see you guys here. I think it's almost 53 students. Right, Jason?
Around around 50 something registered.
Okay. All right, good. So hopefully everybody will come. So now we still waiting for some of the students to join us. All right. So again, thank you to the Dean for the opening speech. We are very happy to have you here because actually this is really new club. Okay, we just registered under HEP, but still waiting for the approval. Right, Jason, we're still waiting for the approval, but it's okay.
We are still
in addition to the TNC HEP, we want to do opening first. We want to do some, introductory, and then when we still proceed for the registrations. Okay, so I'm happy that this club is not only local, meaning that this club is actually international level. So this is another step for universities, meaning that for UTeM student to have a club in the international level. We have IEEE student club maybe. We also have other club, but this one is actually a very new club and it's very, meaning that latest, and nowadays when we talk about developer, it's become very popular. Okay, hopefully this club can involve many UTeM students, not only come from FTMK. So we also like to have students from FKEKK, FTKEE, or maybe FKE, or maybe from FPTT. Right, it's okay. Meaning that all students that love to do development, so can join this club. So I hope all the students enjoy, get some benefit from the club, and then actually, there are many reasons why we want to join club actually. One of the reasons is actually you learn about yourself when you join the club. Why I mentioned about learn about yourself, because when you join a student organization or any club, actually you have to know your goal and also your strength. So from there you can learn how other students handle certain situations. So you can learn each other and test your current knowledge, right? So this is how we learn more about ourselves when we join a club. And then from here also you can find out what you are good at, okay? Whether at the multitasking or staying organized, or you want to generating idea, or you want to serving others. So this is actually the good place for you to do your self-awareness. All right, and it's beneficial for your future career. So keep in touch with the club, and then try to be active. Okay, when you join any club, try to be active, not just like a silent or maybe just stay just looking at what other people are doing, but try to be active, try involve very actively, and then gain some experience. So I think that's all from me for the opening speech, but I want to congratulate to all the organizer, all the team members, especially to Tung for making this club happen. And also all from you also, Jason, and Quek, and also Tokiki as the men. This is four students that actually I know very hard work from you guys to develop this club, and then hopefully it become very active club later on. I hope later you can become the winner for Anugerah Gemilang University. That is my hope. Okay, make sure you plan your activity very good. Try to get some collaborations, and then next year we will submit a form for Anugerah Gemilang University, and then your club will become the winner. That is the challenge for you guys. Okay. All right, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sakinah, for the wonderful speech. Oh, by the way, Dr. Sakinah, challenge accepted.
Okay, good.
Okay, now since just now I have been seeing some questions popping up, like some FAQ that keep on popping up. So I'll repeat again for those who just joined us, welcome. And the meeting is recorded, and the slides will also be shared at a later link. So do keep in touch with our social media. So we will post it. We'll post the link over there when it's ready. All right. Okay. Now let's proceed to a new one. Okay. Now, this is how we are going to conduct Q&A throughout this whole session. So remember just now the link that I said don't close the link. If you close the link, never mind. You can scan the QR code over here, or just go to the link over here, or my colleague will also post it inside the chat over there. So throughout this presentation, you can submit your question at the Q&A. So you will see that you are at the Q&A tab over here. So you can submit all your questions, and then we will go through them at the end of the session. So for example, if this one is like, if you found someone that have similar question to yours, then you should click a like to make sure that it goes up to the hierarchy. Because due to the time constraint, we will try and go through it from the most liked one, which means that a lot of people have common interest in this particular question. So we answer it from the most popular going down the list. Of course, we will try and answer a lot of them, if can all of them, but given the time constraint, we need to let you guys know that we'll do it down the popularity rank. So yeah, if the question is similar to what you're going to ask, like it. All right, make sure the important questions are up at the top there. All right. So okay, so now this is out of the way. Without further delays, I will hand over this session to our DSC UTeM lead, Kwong Nan. Please give him a round of applause.
Hi everyone, I'm Kwong Nan, the community lead for DSC UTeM, and welcome everyone to our info session of DSC UTeM. So for this session, I will be talking about some intro to DSC, our core team, and many other more. So let's start. What is a DSC? So DSC are basically student clubs that are university-based for students that are interested in Google Developer Technologies. Sorry, it's raining here. So anyone from graduates or undergraduates, so no matter if you are a degree, a master's or PhD holder, as long as you have an interest in growing as a developer, you are welcome. So by joining us, you grow your knowledge, you do peer-to-peer learning, and of course, eventually you build solutions for the local businesses and the community. So why is DSC good for you? Of course, to meet students on campus interested on developer technologies, and the most importantly here is to bridge the gap between theory and practice. And from here, we can enable you to apply learning and connections to build really good solutions for local problems. My colleague later on, Quek, will be showing you the solution challenge videos from this year. And also, with all of this, you connect, learn, and eventually you will grow. DSC UTeM will enable you to advance your skills, your careers, and network, and you can give back to the community by helping others to learn as well. one teacher once told me that it is not important that you know how to do something. It is more important that you know how to teach someone, because this is where your value comes in. Okay, so some housekeeping stuff, the community guidelines: be nice, be respectful, be collaborative, participate, adhere to basic etiquette, and so on. And of course, at the end, remember to have fun. Okay, this is a very fun club, and please don't make it something like something very robotic. It is a very dynamic, a very diverse club that includes everyone. Okay, so how do you join? Let me emphasize that you don't have to be a member to attend events, but if you become a member, you will receive our notification email about our future events, and you can sign up to be a member at our community page. Link down there, and the QR code links to the same place, where you can create a profile for yourself and then see your future and your past events. So at the end, there will be a profile, and then over there, all of your history will be there, and then you will see, oh, I attended so many events. Okay, so for now, I will say that to get your phones with your QR scanners ready, we are going to put a number of important links at the next slide. And of course, you can also refer to the chat boxes at our Google Meet. Our wonderful committee, Chichi, will also be sharing those links there. Okay, so first thing, follow us at Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Facebook and Instagram are places where we will mainly post our events or cross-post from other Facebook groups like Google Developer Malaysia, GDG KL, GDG, probably GDG Singapore, and so on. So it will be a hub for all of our advertisements and our events, because some people are probably more advanced level. They want some more advanced stuff so that they can join those more advanced groups. Okay, LinkedIn is there to make your personal or your resume nicer. Okay, and of course, join our discussion at our Discord and our Facebook groups. We'll be sharing our first-hand information there, and of course, from there you can join our first-hand discussions there. Okay, so you are probably asking, can you help? Of course, and we welcome that. You can become a committee member or an event volunteer. So at the later slides, we'll be introducing our core team. So if you are interested, do take notes of the teams that you want to join in the future. Being a committee member, you will help us organize activities, help us with partnerships, or you can even become a speaker at our future activities. Don't be intimidated and say that, oh, I'm just a year 1 or probably year 2 student, I can't speak at those activities. DSC UTeM is the place where you can fail, where you can try and try till you perfect yourself. Or if you don't want to be a committee member, you can give a pair of hands at our events and you can become an event volunteer. So if you want to try yourself out, please do message us or keep in touch with our social media pages, or you can email us at DSC UTeM. Okay, so now I'll be introducing the Google Developers Network, which Developer Students Club, DSCs, are in. So within the Google Developers Network, we have 4 main categories. The first one is GDG, Google Developer Groups, the one at the left. So what are GDGs? Those are groups that are non-university oriented. So they focus more on the working world. But of course, you as a student can join them too. I personally also join them when I'm back at my hometown, KL. So they are calling 3 GDGs in Malaysia: GDG KL, GDG Cloud KL, and GDG Georgetown. So similar to the SCs, GDG event includes talks on many technical topics. So more on that later. Okay. And next will be Women Tech Makers. So this program provides visibility, community, and resources for many women in technology, because as we know, women are really underrepresented in the technological field. So they bring them together through events and many types of leadership programs. So as such, UTeM students actually can also can apply to be an ambassador. Sorry guys, you don't stand a chance. Last but not least, GDEs, Google Developer Experts. So GDEs are a global network of very highly experienced technological experts. Sorry, Jensen. Okay, so they are influencers or thought leaders that support developers, so companies and tech communities. So they speak at events, they publish content, and they promote Google technologies. And of course, they are officially recognized by Google. And the whole world, there are only 225 of them, which I am proud to say, 5 of them are in Malaysia. So as you can see, the 5 of here, these people are really, really awesome. Some of them I personally met them, and I'm really excited because in the future, we will definitely be inviting them to give talks and sessions at our activities. And don't worry, their talks are very inspirational and very nice to hear. Yeah, it's not boring. And next, I will introduce my core team, the people that makes all of this possible, and I'm really, really grateful that they are there. Okay, the first is our beloved Associate Professor, Dr. Sharifah Sakinah, our faculty advisor. She actually empowers, from her speech just now, you all can hear that she empowers and really encourages students to create and participate in a lot of activities. So as such, I will say that she's an inspiration to all of us. Okay, we will also from here like to thank Dr. Sakinah for supporting us all along the way. And next is me. Yay, I'm the community lead. I'm a 3rd year student. I study Bachelor of Computer Science in Artificial Intelligence. If you speak UTeM, you will know this course is called BITI, B-I-T-I. So why do I love breaking things? It's because that when you break things, you test the limits. So from there, you will know when to strive for the better. Okay, next is Quek, our skill development lead. He will be delivering a speech later on. He's also in the same class as me, BT. And if you want a free coffee from him, just give him data and he will belanja you coffee. Yeah, lame joke, sorry. Okay, next is Jensen. As you all see just now, our MC for today. He's our partnerships and programs lead. Truth be, as from his quote there, AI is not just a bunch of if-else statements. AI actually encompasses statistics and many, many types of mathematical methods. To know more, please pay attention in class, okay? Okay, next is our media and creatives lead, Chi. She is a 3rd year student, Bachelor of IT in Game Technology. If you speak UTeM, it's BITE, BITE. So she says that we never win any games you don't play. Heng Fuyen. He's a 2nd year student, also BITE, and he says that effort is the best indicator of interest. So the DSC community is here to help you all along your DSC journey to grow, to meet people, and so much more. So yes, of course, we are hiring. So please follow our social media pages for more upcoming information. We'll be posting everything there. Okay, so I guess you guys are, of course, excited what are our annual flagship events. So if COVID spares us, because to have a flagship event, mostly you will need to have a physical contact. So this is some target on our annual flagship events. No promises, huh? Okay, the first is hackathons. Hackathons are targeted to university students. It's an event that people comes together and solve problems together, and probably you can do non-stop coding for 48 hours. I've tried 72 hours and it's fun, but later on I slept for 3 days. And from there, you can learn while you solve real-life problems, and we'll be inviting university students from all around Malaysia and probably all around the world. DSC UTeM University Malaya has done it, and I believe that we can also do the same thing. Okay, via hackathon, when you grind for something, especially at hackathons, you'll probably learn something, because under the pressure, you will learn something more probably than the whole year combined. For me personally, I've grown a lot from these events. I've increased my connections a lot, and of course, my skill sets have been improving since then. The next is Hour of Code, to target primary and secondary school students. It's actually an introduction to computer science, to let people know code, to let people know more about computers. Because for normal people, when you tell them about computers, they'll probably be afraid already. Such that they can learn the basics to broaden their participation in the field of computer science. And it is supported by around 400 partners, 20,000 educators worldwide. So If you like to inspire the next generation of programmers, this will be the event to participate in. So for here, I think I end my speech. Thank you very much.
So hi guys, thanks for our DSC lead just now. It's very inspiring, you know, what his speech is, and then his talk also very informative, I can say. And as far you can see, my name is Jing. I'm the skill development lead of DSC UTeM. This is my LinkedIn, and I think my lead already introduced myself during the core team member introduction. So now, all right. So the first thing first, one of the big thing in DSC UTeM is solution challenge. I know you heard of solution challenge. It's like, what is this? Is this even a title or something? Solution challenge. Well, yeah, this is a hackathon. So when I talk about hackathon, it's not something like you try to hack your friend Facebook or your neighbor Wi-Fi. It's not something that hack your head. Hackathon things. Hackathon thing is like you try to figure out something and then you try to find or help your community, or you find a solutions that can ease up our human life, that can make a big project. Maybe if you do something really big, you can get a Nobel Prize. I don't know. I just say that, all right. So well, this solution challenge is really a very big thing. So if you want to know more about the solution challenge, you can click on the link there. There is a event with DSC solution challenge. That got a lot of more information. All right. So this year there are 800 universities from 60 countries. You can imagine that in Malaysia, how many countries, how many uni already, and then in 60 countries, you got 800 universities participate in solution challenge. You can imagine that if UTeM name is inside there, it is what a big proud things that we can share. You know, I will be very proud if my name will be like inside the Google challenge, and then I can show everyone that, oh, I win something like Google challenge. I'm very proud of myself. Well, I don't know about you all, but I think you all will be looking at the same thing or think at the same thing. All right. So you can link the blog post there about how the students they challenge the solution challenge, and then how they win. Actually, for solution challenge, there is only one winner, but there are too many amazing and wonderful ideas out there that Google has to choose 10 instead of 1. Wow, this is so inspiring. I don't know how to express my feeling right now. It's so amazing. All right, so a brief video of what they did. After I talk for so much, then you don't know what they do. There is no point, right? So you want to know what the solution challenge actually be, right? So now I will show you a video of what they do.
Developer student clubs are university-based communities where students learn about Google technology and use their skills to solve local problems. Welcome to the Developer Student Club's 2020 Solution Challenge Demo Day.
All right, the slide end. Do you remember anything from the video except for the amazing tempo-based music? Oh, that I feel like I'm shaking just now when I'm looking at the video. I'm very excited looking at the video just now. I can feel the fire inside me, you know. There's fire keep on stacking out. It's turned out to be burning myself right now. So do you feel the same thing? What do you feel, guys? Maybe someone will shout, oh, that guy stole my idea, bro. Maybe someone will say, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. The video is too fast. I don't know what they're doing. Actually, like the presentation, the video is too fast. Maybe someone will say, yeah, easy lah, we can do that either. We no need to think also can do lah, do some if-else programming. You don't know, you come try, you come to join us and then you can try yourself. Is it easy to do or very hard to do? Maybe someone will say, hey, they want to steal my idea lah. It's okay, you come lah, we give you more opportunity, you showcase your idea here, then we bring you to the next level and then we won for this competition. You come and then we give you the opportunity. You don't worry, opportunity is there, it's for you to come and grab it, all right? So the DSC UTeM is here to help you to connect, to learn, and to skill out. 3 things: to connect, to learn, and to skill out. I will repeat this again in the next few slides, all right? So the next challenge will be like 2021, and it will be announcing in the next January, but we can already prepare. Since we need to always prepare ourselves, right? Even now, COVID-19, we always bring the mask instead of like we get fined for 1,000. So, well, we need to prepare ourselves all the time. Okay, so how does DSC help you on this? His resources. They give you a lot of resources. That's what we do, right? All right. So as for my opinion, starting a project is the hardest part. The hardest part is to start your project. Because a lot of people, they're like, I want to make something like chatbot, but I don't know what is chatbot. So I go and search Google, how do I make a chatbot? All right. So you're going to see a lot, like few 100 billion posts, how to make a chatbot. So what is the most proper way to follow? You don't know, right? So, well, we'll give you some ideas. Or in order to build a channel, you need to have a team. You need to have a team of like AI, you need to have a team of developer, you need to have a front-end developer, back-end developer, and so on and so forth. We are here to support you along the way. Every step you want any idea, you can just come to us, and then we will try to give you some tips and tricks how to start your project or build your project. All right. The next thing is the world-class mentor. As mentioned by our DSC lead just now, we got a lot of mentors, like 200 and something or 80 something. We are very proud to say that 5 of them are in Malaysia right now. So if you want to ask about expert, you can go through us and we will help you to connect with them. This is what we do, connect with them, right? So world-class mentor is ready for you. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for right now? So you can just come at us. Tonight you just go to the bed and then think of any good idea or perfect idea and then think, oh, tonight I want to make something. I want to make something big. I want to be the next Mark Zuckerberg. I want to be the next Mark Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I don't know. You name it, all right. So your world-class mentor is here. So the next thing is community support. We want support, you know. A lot of people, like my mom say, I still remember, like when I first get computer science, and I was like, oh man, you're going to be a nerd and then sit in front of a computer and then just be alone and no friends. No. It's not going that way, right? Community support is like, we will give you a lot of friends. Like, hey, I meet somebody in USM. I meet somebody in this university and that university and this group. I met somebody. I don't know. So maybe this is a very opportunity for you to not be alone, if you understand what I mean. Right? You can get more friends, interact with them, and eventually you can get more and more friends. So you'll be a happy computer science student and not the guys who will be like stress here and stress there. And then with this community support, you can also, just now in the previous slide, just now the world-class mentor, right, is one of the community support that we can give you. If let's say you want to ask something, you want to ask why your coding won't work, why your C++ code won't run, why my for loop is not looping, all right? So you go and ask the Stack Overflow, and then Stack Overflow will just mark you duplicate question, and because you're asking such a newbie question, I won't say stupid, but a newbie question. So well, we give you opportunity. We will ask some expert to help you to solve your for loop problem. Okay, your for loop problem won't work. Basically, this problem. So this is our world-class mentor work, right? Okay. And then, so I explained the community support. So the next thing is the DSC. So I think I'm going to end my showcase right now. So I'm very happy if you learn something from me or get something from me. So now I will pass the ball back to our DSC lead, Kwong.
Hi everyone, you were expecting Kwong, but it was me, Jensen. Okay, anyways, thank you, Quek, for this inspiring speech. Just now, from his emotion, his energy, I'm sitting from beside, I see him, I already can feel the energy. He wants to create something tonight already. Maybe tomorrow, we'll be the next Facebook already. Maybe lah, huh? Okay, now after listening to all these things, all these heavy things, I think it's time for us to take a break. And now it's our intermission session. And then we will come back to you guys real soon. All right. At the meantime, do hashtag, do share it out. Our event now is around how much people? 60, around 60 something, right? Yeah, 60 people something. The limit of this Google Meet is 100. Still got some space for more people in. So share around, let everyone know about this event, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hi guys, welcome back. It has been 3 minutes, so I hope it's supposed to be 5, but we'll just do 3. All right, everyone is young guys and girls over here. Don't need too much break. Okay, now let's go to the next one. So before we continue, just for someone that just joined us, welcome, and remember to always mute your mic unless prompted. Also, second, please remember to submit your queries into the Slido platform and upload similar questions. Just now I checked it out and then only have 4 or 5 questions. If you have any questions, just ask. Maybe if you ask something, there's no stupid question, I would say. So just ask whatever you think. You think it's like is Google thing easy to learn or something? Yeah, you can just ask whatever you want. Okay, now also let's back to the third one. Tell us how we did at the survey at the end. So reminder. And the fourth one, recordings and slides will be shared later. All right. Now next, accessibility reminder. There's a live caption feature at the bottom right over here. You can enable it over here. Yeah. And then also there will be QR code for the links, as well as our colleagues will be posting it at the chat box over there. All right. The Q&A session, quick reminder, this is the Q&A session link. If you want to check out what they have been asking, what people have been asking, or you have been wanting to ask some questions, here is the link. Here is the QR code. You can just go through there and see what they are asking, what people are asking, and upload some question that you feel interested, that you want us to answer. All right, I'll give you guys a few seconds to scan the QR code. Okay, so now I would like to repeat again, a very quick shout out to UTeM TV for broadcasting our event on YouTube. So please, guys, do remember to follow their social media accounts. Their social media accounts contains a lot of big events around UTeM, and their social media account is pretty awesome, by the way. So please do consider following them. All right, now I will pass this back to our beloved DSC UTeM community lead, Kwong. Please welcome.
Hello, and welcome back to our info session. So for this session, I will be briefing on the modes and our future topics. So what will we cover later on? Okay, so just now, after you listen to what Quek has to say, you're probably thinking, you are not at a prestigious university. Oh, sorry, Dr. Sakinah, don't fire me or anything. Yeah, Dean also don't tell me. Okay, but anyways, so you're probably thinking, okay, you're not a super prestigious university. Just now, those people that won the core teams, some are on a super prestigious, quite prestigious university. So from there, you may be discouraged to participate in those activities. But is this true? Does the university you're in matter? So to encourage you more, actually, there are some excerpts of UTeM on the global stage that we can be proud of as UTeM students. I will be only covering stuff from this year because there are actually quite a lot of achievements down the road. So yeah, the first one is Fortwell coronavirus hack, which the team got 3rd place, where they used deep learning and genetic algorithm to discover a drug that can inhibit the COVID-19 virus. So they won the Fortwell coronavirus hack, which is an international event that has around 90 plus people joining in. Yeah, so apparently these faces look familiar. I don't know who they are. Yeah, don't ask me who they are. They only look familiar to me. And also, IEEE Region 10 student branch, the website contest, UTeM students also won the 2nd place. And here are some excerpts of UTeM on the national stage. Because there are too many, let me just list 2 of them. Okay, so this year, they have this Malaysia Siswa Sat competition where they design a satellite that can be placed into orbit. Okay, for more details, you can just scan the QR code there to get more information on their projects. And also our Innovate Malaysia Design Competition, Chen Wei and Kalun, yeah, they won using route planning for customer-centric delivery, such that delivering your parcel can be quicker. It's under the DHL Design Challenge for those that participate in IMDC. Okay, our future events. We will have quite a number of events, of course, probably will be collaborate with other universities for now. We'll be having events both online and in person, depending on the current state of the pandemic. Of course, we at DSC UTeM, we hope that we can meet you all in person. Okay? So the technologies that might come out at these events, there's no promises here, but these are some of the Google technologies that we may be covering. So from left to right, you have Android, you have Kubernetes, you have Google Assistant, you have Google Cloud, Firebase. Shout out to those Firebase fans, Flutter, Google Colab, and down there you have Google Machine Learning, TensorFlow, Google Chrome, and Google Maps. And of course, DSC UTeM is very, very proud to announce collaboration with many other universities in Malaysia. So we have University Science Malaysia. The lead is together with us today. You can see him as Tech99. Of course, and also Multimedia University, MMU, you can see him as Cornelius, and UTP, University Technology Petronas. And of course, this list is just until now. There will be more to come. Okay, so upcoming, we will have some team activities, some serial activities that complement each other. Okay, so first team is called the basics. So we will be covering what you will use as a developer. We will touch on Git, and of course from here we will touch GitHub. And we realize that many people, they know how to use Git, but they probably don't really know how to use Git in their project management, how to manage their whole life cycle. So let me tell you a personal experience is that after I use Git, my whole projects and everything, it is much, much more easier to track what my team members did and what to do next. By the way, Git is open source, so they did not sponsor me anything, by the way. And we'll be touching on cloud and virtual machines. You can see that Google Cloud and Docker. Docker is not virtual machines. We'll be also touching on containerization and orchestration, which is Docker and Kubernetes there. And of course, in the end, we will be touching on CI/CD pipelines. From the survey we gave previously, many of the people never ever heard before of this CI/CD pipelines. So a little brief thing, what are CI/CD pipelines? CI is continuous integration and CD is continuous development. So there are many companies that actually use these pipelines such that when you push to a branch, a Git, when you save your changes, it will be automatically compiled. For those that know programming, they will be automatically compiled, and then it will push to live. So let's say the Instagram you are using now is probably different than the Instagram that you used 5 minutes ago, because this is this whole thing enables a high velocity development. So from here you can see that from top to bottom it will be something quite basic, and then it will build on. So Git project management builds on Git, cloud and virtual machines builds on that, and so on and so forth. CI/CD pipelines at the end builds on everything on top. So we aim, let me emphasize, we aim to cover the whole DevOps lifecycle throughout the whole year, from planning to coding to building and testing to release and deploying our application to operate and monitor everything. Yeah, as what you can see from the chat, GitHub do offer a special student package for students. So don't forget to apply, because many of these tools, when you go through the GitHub student package, you can get it for free. Okay, so we aim to cover all of this throughout the whole year. So if everything goes well, you have the skills and knowledge to build the next $1 million application. Sounds ambitious, right? But this is what many DSCs did. Why is Flutter not included? Because Flutter is a programming language. This one is just the tools used for DevOps. Okay, next we will have AI month, probably. So here are some of the activities that other Google developers did. So one is AI for everyone, means that everyone gets a chance to develop their AI application. And the next, I think many people will be very interested, is that to generate anime using Cartoon Gen and Anime Gen. So yeah, it's a waifu vending machine. So as you can see, those anime characters from the right side, they actually do not exist. These characters are actually generated by feeding the artificial intelligence model such that it can generate its own anime character. And next, probably also very interesting is that you can generate music using LSTM. Yeah, so for those anime fans, remember to come during all of these events. Okay, so at the end, you will probably, let me just emphasize, probably learn how to generate your own waifu. Like, you can probably print that on your pillows and everything. Okay, common skills. We will also probably be doing a common skills, everything that you will need to know as university students. So for one is Microsoft Office, Adobe Creative Cloud, Bash PowerShell scripting, and web technologies. So Microsoft Office, everyone knows, but everyone knows how to use. But to use the very deep functionalities, many people still don't. So we will probably also be hosting a session to talk about the 3 main Microsoft Office programs. And then from there, you all can learn how to reduce your time when you're doing your assignments and everything. Let me give you all a personal experience thing. So there was this person, I won't say who is it, there was this person that creates their indexes. So when we do projects, we have indexes, we have page numbers, right? So there was this person that does indexes by hand. So what happens was when you skip a page, which means that anything behind that page needs to be renumbered in the index. So imagine the hell that you have to go through when someone is proofreading your whole paper and everything. So of course we aim to teach you guys this. No promises yet, but these are the things that we will touch. Adobe Creative Cloud is like Photoshop, Illustrator, those multimedia things. Also Bash and PowerShell scripting. Many of you maybe don't know what is it, but once you know, you will love it. Definitely, I promise. Okay, and the next is web technologies. You can see the A there, Angular and TS, TypeScript. Okay. Also, DSC UTeM places the SDGs as our top priority. So many, if not all, of our activities will be targeted on making the world a better place. So for your information, for those that don't know, SDGs are Sustainable Development Goals released by UN Habitat, if I remember correctly, at 2015. So these are the 17 goals that will help the world to be a better place by the year 2030. Okay. So after so much, you guys may be excited. How does a typical activity look like? Okay. So we have many types of activities. These 2 here are actually physical activities that we really hope. We are really excited, and we really hope that we can deliver these activities to you guys. So the first is guided workshops. It's a 2-hour or longer sessions. We have some guided workshops that last a day or 2 days that covers the whole application, and it can cover a really wide range of topics. It can be a guided workshop for TensorFlow. It can be a guided workshop to deliver to make your app using Kotlin, or to even generate probably your waifu with Anime Gen. Okay. The next will be code labs, self-study guided workshops, where you can progress at your own pace, and mentors will be walking around to help you if you get stuck. Okay, the next are fireside chats. So fireside chats, probably we will have 1 to 2 speakers per night. If we are lucky, we probably can get 3 or 4. So it also covers a really wide range of topics. It can be something like your career, or how to optimize your code, or something about competitive programming or hackathons, the sharings and everything. I'm really excited just by telling you all this. Okay, I've been participating quite a number of these activities since a few years ago. And I really can tell you that all of this will let you all grow as a student and of course as an individual too. The next is lightning rounds. Lightning rounds are 15 to 20-minute topics, or we are also looking at 5-minute topics that anyone can give a talk. So like, let's say if you are a web developer, you are probably talking about APIs, but you don't need a 20-minute talk, you just need a 5-minute to let everyone know that there's something called API, and next time when they look it up on the internet, they will have a concept that what is connected with what. So with that, we officially announce our request for proposals. The form is not yet open. We will be arranging it and opening it up probably by the next week and so. So a request for proposals is that as long as you have an idea to share, just submit a proposal to talk at the link below. So what are these? So like, let's say you have a topic, like let's say how to make a web page within 5 minutes. So you can say, okay, I have this thing to make a web page in 5 minutes. I would like to say, please give me a little time on this. Okay. Then we will think about it, and then we will tell you if your proposal passed. Okay, the next, like just now what I said just now, are 5 minutes knowledge, bite-sized knowledge for everyone. So like I gave an example for someone. 5 minutes knowledge, it can be something like how to store passwords in a database. It can be finished in 5 minutes. Okay, it can cover a really, really wide range of topics. Like for one fireside chat of 5 minutes knowledge that I've personally been to is that how to make a JavaScript application in, if I remember correctly, less than 100 bytes. So yeah, do join, do give proposals, and we will make sure that everyone has a chance to, not make sure everyone, but we will increase, Taki, by the way, it's 100 bytes, BYTES. We will make sure that most, if not everyone, gets a chance to develop themselves as a developer and as an individual. Because DSC, like I said just now, is a place where you can fail. Okay, so let me re-emphasize. Do follow us at our Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Links below, and of course at the chat box if my colleague sent it. Yeah, do follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is there for you to increase your personal profile so that when you go out to work, they will see that, okay, you have participated in the DSC UTeM. So they will give you some additional points because you have participated in a Google Developers Program. Wow, Google, right? Okay, so and next is to join the discussion at our Discord and our Facebook group. I know some people have already submitted the request to join our Facebook group. I will be approving them later on. Okay, so with all of this, I will also introduce you guys this upcoming event called the Public Sector Summit. It's not by us, it's by Google themselves. So with this Public Sector Summit, you can ask experts, you can connect with partners, you can watch demos and everything. So you can help solve many problems for connected healthcare, non-profit, students, educators, researchers, and administrators, and so many more, technologists, government. So this will be an open event that welcomes everyone. So for more information, you can go to this link. The link is down there. The QR code is there. And of course, thank you everyone for listening to this point. Thank you everyone for listening to this point, and I will pass back to my colleague Jensen to continue his session.
Okay, okay, now let's see what questions do we have. So the first thing is, one, by Anonymous, why don't you put your name lah? Okay, I want to try joining hackathon, but I'm not confident that I have the necessary skill to join. What to do? I think this one is most likely the more technical part. I'll pass this to our tech lead, or I'll pass it to our skill development lead, Kwek Jing. So now, Quek, please turn on your camera and your mic and answer this question for them. You guys can keep asking questions, by the way. If you think there's some question that you want to ask, scan the QR code above there, and then, yeah.
All right, hello, can you hear me right now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, no
thanks,
problem.
Jensen. So in order to answer your question, right, I want to try joining hackathon, but I'm not confident that I have the necessary skill to join. Okay, I think this one depends on what hackathon you want to join. Let's say you are trying to join a game development hackathon or a game development hackathon. You need to have the skill for the hackathon to join, right? So the other thing is you need to understand that every hackathon have their own different skill set that you need to have you need to master. So first thing, you need to form your own team. You need to find your team members and who you can work with. It's not necessarily the best team. I mean, this is the team that had a good skill or what. You need a team that you are comfortable with them, you are good with them, that they can work, they can like cooperate with you. So in order to join hackathon, you don't have the confidence, it's okay. You can try to boost yourself in either the DSC UTeM or whatsoever, but the most important thing is team. Yeah, that's the most important thing. All right. So I think, am I answering the questions, Jensen? Do you think?
I think I have something more to add.
All right.
Regarding wanting to try to join the hackathon, Quek, can you mute your mic for a while? It's echoing over here. It's echoing. It's muted. Okay. So regarding to this question, here's the thing. I'm not a technical guy. I'm more of a very general guy. I like tech, but I don't really like to code a lot. Like, Quek is very good at machine learning and stuff, like deep learning and stuff. You can ask him. He's very, very good at this. Tung is very good at organizing the Git, the CI/CD, that kind of stuff. I'm more of the manager guy at the group. So I'm not confident. You should join it. You're not confident, and then here's the thing, you need to try it. The first hackathon we have been through, I got bashed quite hard because I don't know anything year one, just like, hey, senior was like, hey, you want to join? Let's go. And then I was like, oh, okay, let's go. And then I go there, I got sapu by them. Yeah, Yong, I know, right? First hackathon, we don't know anything, we go there and we're gonna sapu. We can't even go through the preliminary, so we got stressed over there. But here's the thing, I like what Chi has been saying. There's a Chi's quote, if you remember, is you can't win a game if you don't even try and play it. It's just like joining hackathon. If you are keep on thinking about, I want to join, but I'm not confident whether I have a tech stack, I have enough teammates, then you are not going to take the first step. So you will be always at the same place. You won't start to step out. Yes, the first step you might lose very, very badly, but after a while, you keep on stepping, you eventually get there. That's my personal opinion on this question. Anonymous, I hope that answers your question from a non-technical guy's perspective. All right, anyone have anything want to add?
Yeah, I will add on a little. So like just now what we said in the slides, DSC or even university is the place for you to fail. Many people say that failing is a bad thing, but I will say that failing is actually a good thing, because if you fail, you learn something. If you win, you probably won't learn as much when you fail, because you can imagine when you go to a competition and everything, those people that get so-called scolded, it's not really scolded, like that got the most bashing is the one that learned the most, because they will know what are the downsides that they have. So for you that you want to join hackathon but it's not confident you have the skill to join, what to do? Just go. You can go for meeting people. You can go for even exposing yourself to the skills. So to the technology. So for me personally, I go to corporate events, those company events. So from there, I don't really understand their technologies at the start. But when you listen to enough of their speeches, you will have a big piece of how to put all of this together. So from there, I think that it's another approach than from learning from the ground up. Because when you learn from ground up, you only see something here and something there, maybe something far away and so on. But if you learn from the top down, when you learn from the top down, you can see the whole picture. So you can understand where are you learning now, what to learn next. So to just join hackathons, just go there for the food, or maybe just go. You can never die from losing a hackathon or so. Yeah, so that's from me.
All right, thank you, Dongnan. I think that mostly covers it because we have analysis from a technical standpoint, we have analysis from a non-technical standpoint. So I think personally, what we want trying to say is just do it. If you think about whether you should or should not, it's the should most of the time. All right. So I shall mark this as answered. And the next one is anonymous. Hello from MMU. Hello. Thank you for supporting our event today. All right. So the next one, how do I register and connect with the Google Expert Mentors? I will pass this to our lead, Kwong Nan, to answer this question.
Okay, so from what I know, you can okay. Let me rephrase. So for UTeM, sorry, DSC UTeM. So for DSC UTeM, we actually provide a platform for everyone to connect. So how do you connect? So let's say you have a really big problem that DSC can't solve, your friends can't solve. So we can connect, we can look at the Google Developers Expert Directory, and we can point you to the correct person. So because they are really experts at their field, and they are really community influencers and so-called community entrepreneurs, if you want, they will help you. But please, reminder to everyone, not aiming to anyone, is that be polite and appreciate them for their time, because they don't get any money from you, and yeah, they are teaching you something. That's for me. Does that answer your question, by the way? You can respond to me at the chat. Yeah, someone that asking that.
I think since he doesn't put a name, so I think he won't want to respond so that he will identify himself. So if you have more questions, you can scan over here and then ask there, and we'll try to answer it. Okay. So now I shall mark this as. I'm sorry for dragging you all to hackathon, but the Maggie was delicious. Ah man, yeah, the days, man. Okay, so the next question. Okay, the next question. Any tips on how to code like an expert? I don't really like coding, so I can't answer. Who wants to answer, Quek or Dongnan?
Let's give Quek for now first.
Okay.
Okay, so any tips on how to code like an expert? I'm not an expert either. I won't say I am, because the word expert is very fuzzy. There is a gap that we won't know what is the gap, how you're going to be an expert. So as for me, I think an expert, you need to at least know how to manage your code. Your code must be extensible. So when you code something, when somebody take over your code, they are able to cache out what is your coding style or your writing style easily. It won't be like they keep on stuck here and stuck there. Oh, all right. So they won't be like keep on stuck here and stuck there. Means your code must have an extensible style. Maybe in object oriented, you are using camel casing or any camel case character, or maybe you use Git to control your commit message is very clear and very easy to be understandable by your teammates and so on, right? So this is my tips on how to code like an expert. So any things you want to add on?
Okay, so I will add on a little. So how do you code like an expert? So let's break down this problem to what is an expert. An expert is someone that is a professional that when you say expert, they have a deep understanding on what is behind, right? So I would say on how to code as an expert, code more. That's it. You code more, you will be an expert eventually. Why? Because from there, you get experience, and you will, like sometimes when we do some really big code bases, we really do something like, okay, screw this, let's just put a global variable on this and some variable name as XYZ. So later on, you will suffer from your own karma. Yeah. So the more you suffer from your own karma, the more you will know the importance of good coding practices. And from my opinion, an expert is someone that has really good coding practices. Yeah. So if you want to look at how to code as an expert, you can look into the Linux code base. Yeah, that place is the most so-called monitored code base in the world. If you all don't know, Linux kernel is the kernel that runs on all of your Android phones, your devices, and 90% of the internet. So back to this, how to code like an expert. Code more, fail more, and you will know which stuff to not which stuff to not do to make your thing work. And of course, just now what Carol said there in the chat box, make sure your code is reusable. Jensen, you have anything to add?
Yeah, sure. Just now I saw it in the chat box also. Jackie, awesome guy by the way, Jackie. So he said that to be honest, you should do more analysis rather than random coding. Yeah. That's true to an extent. While I do agree what Dong Nan said just now, you need to code more to be expert. But here's the thing: you need to think, code, and then you think, what am I doing is correct. Just like what Edison asked one of his students, like, okay, how many hours have you been spending on doing the experiment? So the student answered like 18 hours, and then maybe the remaining go to sleep. So you do 18 hours of experiment, but you didn't leave time for yourself to think about what are you doing. You didn't have time to reflect on the experiment. You just keep on doing. Yeah, I think that's what Jackie said. I saw him doing that, so saw him mention that. So I think it's quite important as well to mention that you need to think, you need to code, you need to reflect, and then you do the next project and don't repeat the same mistake. Yeah, I think that's Dong Nan what Dong Nan tried to say, but his one is more extreme, and then he wants to let you feel the karma full hit you like a truck, and then let you feel the pain of it. All right. So yeah, I think that answers the question of it. Thank you, Jackie, for raising a good point. Okay, now mark this as solved. Okay, next question. What is the most trending and best to learn programming language now? I think I'll pass it to Quek to answer this question.
Okay, so to answer this question, I think the most trending would be Node.js and Python. This is very important important things. Let's say if you want to add on like machine learning coding or any deep learning, as for my experience, a lot of like industry based, they will use Python for their backend site scripting, and as for the front end, maybe they will use Node.js for the because it's more lightweight, I can say. Because it's more lightweight, so that's why they go for Node.js and also Python for the backend. If you want to go for machine learning and deep learning, if not, if you just want to build a normal web app, you can just use for Node.js. But I would say that the most trending and best learned programming language is there, but it still need to depend on your skill and your team skill. Let's say if your team good in PHP and not the Node.js, you can just go with PHP. You don't force yourself to. You can force yourself, but then if that one drag your time in completing a project, I think that won't be a worth for that sacrifice, to learn something that you don't know and then you cannot manage the project, and then at the end your project didn't deliver based on the timeline, and then that one is really like dragging the whole team down. So you need to consider that thing. The best to learn programming and most easy and the most usable by your teams, that one you need to consider your team. This is my point. All right, so Kwong, do you have your lead, do you have any things to add on?
Yeah, I have something to add on this. So Quek, he comes to this question by saying regarding the team. So for me, I will say that if you ask this question, I will also ask back the same question. What is the most trending and the best car right now? You can't answer that question because it all depends on your context. So like, let's say for web context, the most trending programming language for now is probably Node.js and Go. JavaScript, yeah, Node.js, JavaScript. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime. So JavaScript / TypeScript and Go. Go is a Google developed language that is also very fast. So if let's say you want to develop something that is close to the system, so you'll probably code in C or C++. Our friend Taki here is a really big fan of C++. Okay, so if you want to code something close to the system, C and C++. If you want no frills, just normal, like let's say app development, no frills, you just want something that just works, you can go Flutter or Dart. If you want to go for machine learning on AI, Python is the way to go, and upcoming is Julia. And what else? If you want to do native applications for now, Node.js is quite popular. And also, but for many of complex applications, C and C++ is still the programming language. And for some, if you want to do game development and so on, C#. So it depends on your context of this question, where what you want to develop. So Android phones, something very native, you go for Kotlin, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, sorry, guys. So if you want to know the trend, go for the Stack Overflow. There's a graph released by Stack Overflow every year. Quek.
God over here has answered the question, so I, as a peasant, shall stay in silent in corner and just mark the question as answered. Where is the thing? Oh no, where is the thing? Here. Okay. So, okay, the next question. Do you have a plan to develop new My UTeM apps? Because the UI and UX of the existing apps are quite bad. Okay, before passing to Tung, where he will criticize it a lot, I would try and say from management's perspective, because you need to think about it like, okay, the Android, for example, we just talk about Android, we don't talk about iPhones first. We talk about Android ecosystem. As we all know, Android ecosystem is very broken apart. A lot is at 4 or version 5 or version 6. It's not really universal. So if you want to take a new app, from my understanding, the common complaint I also complain about is the UI and stuff that might use new APIs, new this, new that, new technologies. But you know that some of the phones are so old they don't even have space to install Google Play services. I have been through that, so so it's not really about from a management standpoint. As long as it works, it's fine. I'm not saying that it's fine, just that if we look from different perspective, from a management point of view, as long as the app works and then we cater to the most amount of users, and then it will be fine. Now I shall pass this to our Dasons, who want to answer first. Who want? Good. Dongnan, you want to answer? Okay, nice.
Okay, so yeah, I won't criticize the My UTeM app here. This thing, I think anyone that use it will know. So do we have a plan to develop a new My UTeM app? No, but you can do. We can give you the skills. You can make it yourself and probably go to the solution challenge with that app. And from there, you can come back and maybe sell it back to UTeM. I don't know if they'll buy, but you can sell it back. You can sell it to other universities. Who knows? This app will be the app that makes you a billionaire. Quek, have anything to add?
All right, from my opinion, I think you need to check on your return of investments. If you are building this app, how much time and effort you need to put into working on this app, and what is the return that you can get back from there? How much the skill and efforts that you can get from after develop this app. And then you need to consider, after you develop this app, how do you persuade our management in using this app? This is another skill. Like me, I'm a technical guy, which I always deal with like machine learning and deep learning. I don't really know how to do management. Like Kwong is more to management stuff. I think, yeah. So actually we did have some idea on how to improvise the UTeM apps, but then we unable to complete this due to some issue there. So we won't be go deep into the issue that why we start the project. So my point is return on investment. You need to count what is your return and invest into that project. Yeah. So that's all from me.
Okay, so in the sense that we have basically TLDR, we have no plan to develop a new My UTeM apps. I think we should go to the next question before we got into some problem with the administration. Okay, let's quickly take this off. And okay, next. I hope DSC UTeM can provide program that teaches us on how to join the hackathon, like demo in hackathon, still needs to develop in hackathon. Okay, this is the end of the sentence apparently. Okay, now, so I will pass it to Dongnan. Dongnan is very excited. He has something to say about it.
Okay, of course, DSC UTeM or even DSC Malaysia can provide a lot of programs to teach you all how to join hackathons. So I can tell you all there are many types of hackathons. One is the hackathons where you develop a product. One is those hackathons that you all think is hackathon, which it's called capture the flag, where you try to hack a server. That is also a hackathon. Or there's something called CPF. Yeah, thanks Taki. It's called CPF, capture the flag. If you want, there are resources on the internet. It's called Go Hack Me, if I remember correctly. Taki, correct me if I'm wrong. So try hack me. Yeah. So we will be collaborating with many other DSCs around UTeM, or probably, if possible, around the world, to teach you all the skills that you need. So let's say you are interested in this thing we call competitive programming, where they compete on who has the best algorithm for this particular question. So of course, we can connect you with those people. We have really good people from Singapore that leads the team for competitive programming. And we also have Taki here that is a professional in Try Hack Me and Hack the Box and so on. So yeah, stay tuned with our activities, and we will announce when we are ready.
Okay, so I hope this answers your question, Anonymous. So I shall take this as a comment. Okay, Hidup Tailwind, finally someone with a name. Is it necessary to learn new frameworks? In my opinion, as long as what you need to do is doable, you can do it, use your own tool based on the constraint of a project. If you can do it using that, I don't see that it's necessary to learn new framework. You might want to learn new framework, but saying that it's necessary without any context, and so it's very sketchy, I would say. So yeah, now I will pass them to others. Anyone want to add some more things? Okay, Dongnan wants to add something. All right.
Okay, so for me, I have a different approach from Jensen. So for me, it's is it necessary to learn a new framework? So let's say you have a web development and there is a framework. So you need to assess this framework. Does it do the job better than your existing framework? If yes, then probably it's worth a try. So from there, you can know the cost and you can make cost and benefit analysis to see that if you want to focus more on this framework or you just want to drop. Because at the end, if you say, is it necessary to learn new? I would say, yes, learn, but master is another question. You need to understand, you need to learn to determine which is the most suitable for you. This is why there are so many different frameworks around the world, because it addresses different concerns and different questions. Back to you, Jensen or Quek.
All right. Okay. So I hope Hidup Tailwind, does this answer your question? Hidup. I don't see a Hidup over here. So okay. So I assume he already left or something. But I hope it answers your question. All right. So my colleague is still new with coding environment. Can he join us? Okay. I think this one is more towards the membership kind of stuff. I will pass it to Dongnan.
Of course, no problem. As long as he's a human, he can join, he or she. Yeah. So everything we learn from scratch. So everything we learn from scratch, including coding environments and everything. But the difference between DSC and something else is that we are high velocity. We progress fast, and we so-called we aim on products. So like, let's say when we teach you, like, let's say Angular, so we will probably be focusing on how to deliver a product using Angular, such that when you learn from us directly, you can straight away take that for hackathons. Quite anything to add?
Well, I think if you are new with coding environment, you can join us, or you can try to get your basic from the normal classes first, normal courses during your class, like programming fundamental. That's quite useful. So be important that you pay attention in the class. Yeah, I have to say that because that one really build your basic. Okay.
All right. So I believe they are, both of them have really answered it pretty well. But sadly, it has been 10:01. We don't have any other. Okay, so apparently we will be answering these questions after we take a group photo. So if you are the one that asked this question, can stay after the group photo session and then we will try to our best to answer your questions. All right. So now, Dongnan, is it a group photo session?
So for this group photo session, everyone please open your camera, and we will be taking virtual our COVID-ish group photo. Yeah, let me stop sharing the screen from our side. This photo later on will be shared in our Facebook, Twitter, we don't have Twitter, our Instagram, our LinkedIn, such that everyone can know, yay, you came to DSC. So we will give probably a minute for everyone to switch on their cameras if they want. So we will be taking a group photo in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're done. Thanks, Quek. So, from here, thank you everyone for joining our session. Please do give us some event feedbacks regarding this event, and for us to improve more later on and to know your interests and everything. Please fill in this event feedback form, and we thank you for joining. So in a minute or so, we will be having our extended Q&A session for those that are interested to continue staying. So let's stay for a minute. This is our event feedback form. Do scan and give us some feedback on how we can improve, so on and so forth.
Yeah, do remember to fill it in. Maybe you can say you don't like the host being that crazy. You like it being more formal or something. Yeah, just give us your thoughts and feedback, and then we will, based on the data, we will consider, and maybe we'll change the style. It maybe more formal, or you want even more crazier presentation. Maybe it's up to you guys. If you guys think that if this one is okay, then we'll plan this. We'll have this in mind, and then we just keep on doing it this way. A little bit of craziness, a little bit of formal, some kind of that. All right.
So thank you everyone for joining, and we will be having our extended Q&A session now. Hey, continue.
Okay, so let's finish the question. Okay, do we need to pay to participate in the activities you conduct? By you, I mean, I think you are talking about DSC itself. So,
No, No, you don't need to pay. But for some activities, like let's say our future hackathons or our so-called Hour of Code events, we probably will need you guys to pay for, let's say, the food and so on. DSC does not get any money from anyone. This is totally a community effort that we really want to bring the best to you guys, such that later on UTeM will have a really, really good team to join hackathons, to like when people say UTeM, they will see, okay, this is a very, really good university that really that lets the students do what they want and so on. So for us, it's a community event. You don't need to pay anything except probably for the food and venue later on. So probably we can go to the next question.
Okay, thank you. I hope this answers your question. And then next, can I find a girlfriend when I join? 20 years virgin right here. Wow, 20 years, that's rookie numbers, bro. Gonna pump up those numbers.
Okay.
So we can't say that you can find a girlfriend, but by joining DSC, you can meet more people. Meeting more people means higher probability. Instead of sitting inside house and do nothing, the probability is absolute 0. If you meet a lot more people, maybe you will get 0.000001. It's better than 0, right? So yeah. So anything you guys want to add or something?
Yeah, it's probably we can't promise a girlfriend, but when you join, we can promise that your chances will definitely increase.
Hey, I heard the Sunway girl very pretty one.
Okay, let's not do this here. Yeah, just like what Aiman said, you don't need a girlfriend. You can generate a waifu from anime game.
Ouch! That's
right.
Like someone that can't
yeah.
get a
Okay.
girlfriend.
Come next question.
Okay. Next question. New one. I'm not very good at programming, but I'm interested in the cutting edge technology. Do I need to be a code master to be able to understand what DSC teach?
Definitely not. Because in the end, we need to know that DSC is a community event that lets everyone join. So anyone interested, as long as you're interested to be a developer and you have the motivation to do it, we will be very, very happy to you to be there. And of course, I won't promise a step-by-step teaching, but we will guide you to the right directions to understand what we teach, to deliver your $1 million application, if you may. Quite anything to add?
Okay, so this question is answered. Okay, can I learn Flutter here? As mentioned by our lead just now in the main presentation, we can't really promise can you learn X, can you learn Y, can I learn Z, can I master A by joining DSC? Because in the end, we still need to arrange it based on the available resources. We also need to consider the tech stack of because when you sign up for interest, the form we collected a lot of data. We need to, we need to arrange the activities based on the data available. So personally, I think that from my knowledge, we can't really promise you that you can learn X, you can learn Flutter here, but I think you will definitely learn something at here.
Yeah, I think Jensen answers all of the questions. So next, I will just say, can you join DSC UTeM if you are from another university, you don't have DSC? And down there, there's a question also, you are just graduated, can still join, still haven't convo yet. So it does not matter that if it's convo or not, as long as you are someone that is interested to join our activities. For our online events, we are open to everyone. For university events, as long as we get a clearance from the university police, then everything is cool. Yeah, so yeah, just join. Why not?
Okay, thank you. So for the next question, how to manage team in virtual space? How to do discussion? I find it hard to work without face-to-face. Well, this is a tricky question. Okay, so...
Quek want to say.
Okay.
As for my experience, I think, well, to work without face-to-face is quite hard. Like our previous hackathon, when we work together in Volkswagen competitions, we have a lot of problem in managing our conversation, because when we want to check back everything there, the file will be like a lot of file. You won't know at what time, at what duration, someone has sent it file and sent it file. So a good management should be there. So from the starting, we use Messenger as our tool for conversation, but during the time progressing, we changed to Discord instead of Messenger, because Discord have a lot more functionality to manage our team. So that's how we manage our virtual space meeting. And I think maybe our lead got something to say because he's one of the management team here.
Just like what Quek said, choose the right software and of course with the right skills. So like just now what I said, you will learn Git. So Git is a really, really good tool for you to manage a team in a virtual space. For your information, Git is developed by the founder of Linux. So like I said, Linux is one of the most complex code bases in the world. And this tool enables him, one person, Linus Torvald, to merge all the code from around the world. So finding the right tools is very important. And how do you do the discussion? So I will need to be very, very frank right here. Having a good internet connection is, of course, very important. So just for your information, if you really have financial issues regarding not having a good enough internet connection, you can contact FTMK or our university such that they can support you financially. I think that's all that we can provide, because we still don't have programs now. We still don't have virtual environments now. So this is the best way we can do discussions.
Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Anonymous. So now, okay, next question. Any website suggestion to develop our skills in machine learning, blockchain, hackathon, coding? Websites. I think this one, Quek will have more experience in this.
Well, as for my information, there is no a centralized website that you can do for develop your skill. Like machine learning, I would definitely go for data camp. As for blockchain, I think I will most probably go for Udemy, and hackathon is more of a competition, how you manage your team, because hackathon is very broad, so I'm not really understand what website you want to learn in hackathon. So another thing is coding. Coding, maybe you can go for Hackernoon, I think. I think maybe Kwong can send some link there after that for all of you to have a reference. All right.
Okay.
So
I give another shout out is that you guys can also join the Discord of DSC UTeM. The lead there, Taki, is also very supportive to let everyone develop their skills and machine learning. So yeah, now it's a virtual environment and everything. So it does not matter which Discord group you go to, as long as you learn what you want. I think next question.
Okay, so what programming language should we learn on Diploma IT? I think I'll pass it to Quek.
I think for Diploma IT, because I'm from Diploma, I'm a Polytechnic Diploma. So as for me, last time I already learned how to use Java, I already learned how to use C++. So well, basically, I think what programming language is depend on you. Yeah, some programming like Python, I learned it by myself. I don't have any like proper guideline or what, like you need to learn from this step and this step. So most probably sometimes you can learn whatever you could in your courses first in your class. But if you want to learn another language like Python, you can directly go for Udemy or data camp. But if you ask me what programming language, I would say C++. Yeah, at least get some basic first. Okay.
For me, I will answer that. What programming language should you learn? Anything defined in the syllabus plus a programming language of your choice, because due to some nature of our syllabus and everything, our syllabus probably will be outdated. So yeah, you need to learn for yourself what to learn. Like let's say you learn PHP in your diploma, so maybe you want to learn Node.js and Angular as an extra subject to make yourself more resilient in the future working world. So for my advice is learn any programming language as defined in your certificate, and probably one or two more. I would also add on and say that do more projects, because if you just learn, you won't actually learn much. But when you do projects, you would keep on thinking on how to solve the problems and everything. So yeah, this is my answer.
All right, thank you to both of you. Okay, next one. Does Git similar to Java subversion SVN?
Okay, I will answer that question. So I answer both of that question, that similar to JavaScript subversion, and is it suitable for game development? So yeah, it's similar to Java subversion, but you will need to know that Git is the most popular version controlling tool right now. So is Git suitable with game development? Of course, definitely. We have a lot of, actually most of the companies that have code bases are using Git for everything, for testing and everything. So just now I said CI/CD, so even Microsoft is using something similar to test all of their Windows builds. Yeah, so it will be suitable. Actually, it will be suitable for anything that users test. As it's text, then it's suitable.
Right. As for to answer the Git suitable with game development, I think it should be depend on your engine. Let's say one of our lead here, Heng Fu Yen, he use Unreal Engine for development. I don't think Unreal Engine is really suitable for Git, because like because last time he quite struggled in managing his Unreal Engine project because it's not a coding base, it's a drag and drop, and then you need to manage some interfacing and so on and so forth. I'm really not sure about game because I'm not from game, but if you ask one of the lead there, maybe he will know something, because he was the one who dealing with all these game development things. Yeah, well, we can try to personally message him or what, right? So I would say it depends. Like Unity, I'm not sure, but Unreal Engine definitely not suitable for game development. All right. So yeah, that's from me.
Oh, by the way, is also one of the game development, study game development, so she is also quite knowledgeable in this kind of stuff. You can also message her if you want. Just now, I forgot the name, but yeah. Okay, so any hacking workshop? As I said just now, also answered by Lee just now, we can't really promise anything, but we will try to consider what we have, what we collected from data, and we cater to the popular one. Yeah, up to the and also up to the resources. Maybe if that time don't have the resources, the expert is not free or something. And then,
I think I'll add on some. So I don't think we will be teaching you how to hack, but we will be teaching you the skills or maybe the mindset that gives you hacking. Like let's say for hacking the neighbor's Wi-Fi, you need to have the mindset that wireless, you can be accessed by anywhere, and you need to be close enough in order to hack something. So we will probably be giving you these concepts and mindsets, but for actually teaching hacking, probably no promises yet, because we actually had cases previously where if I remember correctly, some people got banned because they hacked into the uni database and changed their own grades. So still no promises, but we will look into it.
Okay, now to the next question. How do you all be so motivated in programming? I always felt that difficult to start a project. Okay, Kwong.
Okay, for me personally, right, I will see around me, and if there's any problem to solve, I will try to use programming to solve it. And this is the normal route where I will solve something that I see. The non-normal route for me is that I will try to break something using my programming. So like let's say I won't say the website. I wanted to download some videos from a website. So from there I learned Node.js and some API, some reverse engineering, some REST API stuff. So from there, I developed a tool set to download the videos from that website. So yeah, for me, the motivation is that I have a problem I want to solve, or I want to break something.
Yeah, I'm quite agree with what Tung say. Yeah, anything. I mean, our lead say. Yeah, anything that you feel problems lead to the motivation. Yeah, that's all from. That's what I want to say.
All right. So the next one, can I use AWS Azure in developing DSC UTeM project? Yeah.
Definitely yes. DSC UTeM is so-called tech stack obnoxious. No, it's not obnoxious. We are basically neutral. So agnostic. Yeah, thanks Cornelius. We are tech stack agnostics. So you can use AWS, you can use Azure, but at the end, if you want to participate in the solution challenge, as long as you use one Google technology, you can participate in solution challenge. So let's say you use TensorFlow on AWS or TensorFlow on Azure, there's no problem with it.
Okay, so now I proceed to the next question. Will DSC UTeM teach me how to build game? VR, AR? Okay, lead.
Also, no promises. Same answer. No promises. Yeah. So we will look into it, and of course from your feedback, and of course with what experts we have. So we will look into it definitely.
Okay, next one. How to connect two different languages in an app? Okay.
All right. So for this one, if you want to connect two languages in an app, so you need to know what is the primary languages of your app. Maybe you develop in Java or Flutter. So let's say you want to connect two languages. What I understand is you want to connect two different things. So you need to use REST API. This is what we call like application programming interface. API. So it will be like something, it's a very technical thing. So that's a way. Yeah, you try to check whether we got any tutorial on building API or what. No promises, but if we got time, we can do it. But good question here. So in order to connect two languages, we need to use API. Yeah.
Okay, the last question. I hope I can understand what are you guys saying after joining. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that you don't understand what are the terms that Quek and Tung said just now, CI/CD, machine learning, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think you can. I cannot promise you that you know everything, but we know for sure that you will learn something by joining us. Yeah, deep.
I have nothing to say for now. Yeah, join more. You will learn. Definitely. I can promise you will learn something.
Yeah, agree with him.
Okay, so this is our last questions. Okay, so before you guys leave, please make sure to fill in the feedback form. Tell us what do you think about the session today, and give some suggestion or something. Give your honors. What do you think, So we will see you at the next event. Goodbye.